Josh Sargent with a good run. Can he shoot across the goalkeeper and finish? He could do the first, he couldn't do the second. It's a very good save from the Leicester City goalkeeper, and Josh Sargent continues to search for the goal that will end his drought. Our local rivals Newcastle have been absolutely flying this season, and although they find themselves down in 5th place, they are still very much in the running to secure their first ever Premier League title, sitting just 1 point behind Spurs. And although we find ourselves down in 15th position in the Premier League, it's going to be up to us to find a way to take 3 points from the Magpies as we start today's episode with a trip to St James's Park. We stole 3 points from Newcastle in this fixture last season. Samson Tavide coming off the bench to score the winner late on. And it is a similar team that lines up against us today as the one that lined up against us last season. Newcastle not choosing to add too many players in the transfer windows that have passed. And they have only won 2 out of their last 5 games. So another potential opportunity to come away with a surprise result here. As for the way that we'll line up, there's some serious competition for places at the moment, but we do go with what is arguably our strongest 11 for this game. Josh Sargent, despite his struggles this season, only 4 goals tallied so far, does continue up front. And Sasha Bowie, the new arrival at right back who has struggled since joining Redmont, also continues in the starting 11. But it's not enough to get the result. Harvey Barnes scores in the 14th minute, and it looks to have been a quiet game after that. And we end up losing 1-0 away to Newcastle. And the talk after the match is all about the Redmont Rangers striker Josh Sargent. Failed to get on the score sheet yet again. Only 4 goals scored in the Premier League so far this season. And despite having tallied 19 goals last year, he's really struggled to find his form in his second season at the top flight. Hans Newman is going to continue to show faith in his star striker, though. He remains in the side for this next featured game against Leicester City. Harrelson on the left and Ismail Assar blank Josh Sargent on the right. A midfield 3 of James McAtee, Max Webber and Christian Caceres is becoming something of a fixture in the side, and Sasha Bowie, despite his struggles settling into the side here at Redmont, does continue at right back. Caleb Taylor, Patrick Pfeiffer and Barley Mumba round out the back 4, and Alexander Bobek continues in goal. As for Leicester City, they currently find themselves rock bottom of the Premier League, just 11 points from 25 games and a minus 25 goal difference. They are all but relegated already this season. However, their starting lineup does feature Mavididi, who is a player that we have been interested in over the course of this series. I recently removed him from my transfer shortlist, but he's having a good year. He scored 9 goals and he's also notched 3 assists, so 12 goal contributions for a bottom of the table side. And he is going to be lining up on the left today, so it's going to be up to Sasha Bowie to keep Mavididi quiet. So without further ado, let's head down to Redmont Arena and see if we can't twist the knife a little further and condemn Leicester City once and for all to relegation. So we are up in the commentary booth for this one. Redmont Rangers versus Leicester City at Redmont Arena. And it should be a good game here today. The sun is out. The pitch looks good. It's a perfect day for football. And we are playing bottom of the table Leicester City. Pretty much condemned to relegation already this season. But we're looking to further their misery. We really want to twist the knife today. Josh Sargent, at the very least, is up for it. He's been struggling to get going this season, but he's been training well in recent weeks. Work ethic is never to be questioned with Josh Sargent, and he seems up for it today. Very much looking to get on the score sheet. And as a team, we're looking to get on the score sheet multiple times today. I want a strong performance, but coupled with a strong result. I'd like to win by several goals today. Josh Sargent on the edge of the box. Can't find Ismail Assar's cross. It's one in the air by Ismail Assar, though. And given away by Leicester City. Max Webber will recycle. Caleb Taylor, Patrick Pfeiffer, Barley Mumble with a good run. Sacha Bowie continues at right back today as well. Very much struggled to fit into the side since his arrival in January. But Hans Newman continues to show his faith not only with Josh Sargent but with Sacha Bowie as well. Denzel Dumfries not back in the side today, but could well regain his place if Sacha Bowie's struggles continue. Here's Barley Mumba. Low driven cross across the 6-yard box, but Caceres unable to get on the end of it. Patrick Pfeiffer, the captain today, continues with the armband in Jesse Cartwright's absence. He was the man to cut that out, and Barley Mumba is there. Read it all the way. Got Mavadidi down here on the left-hand side for Leicester. He's going to be their danger man today. He's been their best player by far this season. And he's been shown the kind of form that caused us to place him on our transfer shortlist in the first place. Ismail Assar in a bit of space here. Sacha Bowie finds him. James McAtee lost it into the box where Christian Caceres waits. Couldn't quite get enough on the header. But it's a positive start here from Redmont. And the goalkeeper just clears away towards Mavadidi on the left. It's not going to reach him. And Didi playing that holding role for Leicester today. And he's the man on the ball now. It's an awful pass, though. Straight to Josh Sargent. And Haraldson is away on the left-hand side. Sargent finds him. Sargent once more. Max Webber can strike from range. And it's a green-timed shot. But it's actually blocked by Ndidi. And it should be out for a corner here, should it not? And it is. It looked as though they were shaping to set up for a goal kick there. But Christian Caceres will put the corner in towards Patrick Pfeiffer. And there's Josh Sargent. That should have been his goal. That absolutely should have been his goal. An effort from incredibly close range, but somehow blocked by the goalkeeper. No idea how he prevented that from going in. But Josh Sargent continues to search for the goal that will end his drought. As Fitz-Jim comes away for Leicester City. Caleb Taylor in good position, but he's lost out here. And Leicester City are ahead. First chance of the game, and this was not in the script. This was absolutely not in the script. Not sure what's going on down that end of the stadium. The shadows there making the Leicester players look incredibly strange. Almost robotic. And this was not how Hans Newman was expecting the game to play out from the very beginning. Not the start we were looking to get. As Nathan Apoko puts Leicester City ahead in the 17th minute here. So we're going to have to come from behind if we are going to get a victory here today. I said I wanted a good performance as well as a good result. That's a good challenge from the Leicester player. I'm not sure how that's a free kick. And I mean, it's not been a terrible start to the game. 20 minutes in, and we've by far been the better side. But Leicester City on the score sheet first. James McAtee looking to change that. The thing is, though, Leicester City, now that they have the lead, are just going to be able to sit in and defend. They're going to be able to commit players back rather than forward. Really congest that penalty area. Christian Caceres says no. You are not going to be able to get players back to defend. You are not going to be able to congest the penalty area. You are no longer going to have a one-goal lead. Christian Caceres in fine goal-scoring form. Josh Sargent not finding it this season. Christian Caceres certainly is. And it's a great header. A brave header. As two different Leicester City defenders challenge for the ball. One with his foot, but Christian Caceres putting his head where the studs were. And on the stroke of 21 minutes, it is a goal for Redmont Rangers, scored by number 14, Christian Caceres. Christian Caceres really finding his shooting boots. And I think this change of system has allowed him, has allowed him to do that. He has a bit more freedom now. As Max Weber's going to strike once more from range, too close to the goalkeeper. Now that we've gone to a 4-3-3 on a more regular basis, Christian Caceres has more help in midfield. He has Max Weber behind him. In our 5-2-3 formation, because it was Christian Caceres as our primary defensive midfielder, that's a poor pass from Caleb Taylor. Wiley Mumba rescues it. Christian Caceres was our primary defender in that 5-2-3, and he was often paired with somebody like James McAtee, who was our attacking option. So Caceres had so much defensive responsibility. Great work from Josh Sargent to steal the ball away, and is into the Leicester City box. Can't quite get the shot away. He does on the second attempt. Then it's Ismail Assar following up. Some good defensive work from Leicester City to block, though. So now that we're playing 3 central midfielders and Christian Caceres has Max Weber behind him, he has a bit more freedom to get forward without the danger of leaving his teammates exposed in behind, basically. And I think that's really what's unlocked Caceres' attacking potential here this season. Ismail Assar, James McAtee, that's well worked, but it's a great challenge from the Leicester man. Really well-timed sliding challenge there, as we'd put together another really strong passing move to get forward. So we have the equaliser, but we are certainly looking to press on and get the goal that would put us ahead in this game, preferably before half-time. Ollie Champion is down on the touchline with some notes about the man who hopefully is going to get that goal to put us ahead, Josh Sargent.
It's been a real down year for Josh Sargent so far, but when I spoke to him outside the Redmont Rangers training facility, he said he isn't letting it get to him. I just need to keep working hard and getting in the right position, Sargent told me, and the goals will come.
It has certainly been a very difficult season for Josh Sargent so far. He was excellent last year and he just hasn't managed to find that form. But Hans Newman does continue to show his faith. Seems content to allow Josh Sargent to try and play through this run of bad form. Even though he has brought in Haraldson. Haraldson has been playing more consistently on the left-hand side for Redmont this year. It's poor from Max Weber in the centre of the park to give the ball away. And Ismail Assar trying to win it back. Christian Caceres having to drop in and cover that run of the Leicester City attacker. Ndidi. The pass too close to Sacha Bowie. And Ismail Assar with a touch that's too loose. Gives the ball straight back to Leicester City. And it's cut inside. Here's Mavididi, the danger man for Leicester. Shepherded out wide well by Caleb Taylor, though. And he does well to stop the cross as well. Stolen back by the Leicester City man, though. Sacha Bowie once more in a position to defend and parried away by Alexander Bobek down in the shade. And it's going to be a Leicester City corner here as we approach half-time. Christian Caceres back in the box to defend. And it's going to be towards the near post, and it's a good header from, it's actually James McAtee. And he does well to clear in the end. Josh Sargent trying to drag the team forward along with him. Leicester City regain possession, though. Haraldson. Sacha Bowie against Mavididi. He's done a good job to keep Mavididi relatively quiet so far. It helps that Ismail Assar has been doing his defensive duty as well. That's a really good challenge by Sacha Bowie. And Ismail Assar is way up ahead of him and he can't quite find him. Can't quite skip away from the Leicester City man for long enough to slip the ball in behind for Ismail Assar. Max Weber clears. There's Josh Sargent winning the header. And again, we could be away here. And we're just not getting forward quick enough to launch these quick counter-attacks. We've had more success building from the back, so just put our foot in it for a minute. With Barley Mumba, Patrick Pfeiffer, Caleb Taylor, James McAtee dropping deep. And it's a loose touch again, incredibly loose. James McAtee it was this time, losing possession. And Leicester City once more have the ball. Stolen away from Christian Caceres. Haraldson is up ahead. And if Josh Sargent could get in the box, Haraldson may be able to find him here. Lofted in towards Josh Sargent in the near post. And it is cleared from Leicester City, but not convincingly by any means. It's going to be a Redmont Rangers corner here. As we enter the second of 2 added minutes. Christian Caceres to put it in. Low towards that near post. Haraldson challenges. James McAtee is going to collect. And if we could loft it into the box once more. Looking for Josh Sargent. Ismail Assar at the back post. And I think there's a free kick in there for Leicester City. And it is indeed a Leicester City free kick, which will probably see out the first half here. And it does. The referee's whistle goes. And the score is Redmont Rangers 1, Leicester City 1. So not exactly the performance we were looking for. But we did do well to pull a goal back after Leicester City had taken the lead. So still plenty of football to play in this game. Still plenty of an opportunity to get that multiple goal victory that we have been looking for. Thanks for checking out this episode of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory Career Mode. If you're enjoying the video, please take a second to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. There's going to be plenty more realistic content like this to come in 2024, and every little bit of engagement helps to grow the channel and bring these videos to more and more viewers. Drop a comment too, let me know what you thought of today's game, who our man of the match was, or really just any feedback you have about the series. I always love to hear from you guys, and I've got some great ideas about how to get you more involved going forward. But that's enough rambling from me. Let's get back to the action. So back up for the second half here at Redmont Arena. Leicester City 1, Redmont Rangers 1. And we are going to come out in our attacking game plan for this second half here. Really looking to kick on, score a couple of goals and secure a comfortable victory here. We're looking for the second half to be more comfortable than the first. It's a good run from Mavididi, but it's a great challenge from Sasha Bowie. He's been incredibly good today. Doing a really good job of shutting Mavididi down on that left-hand side. And once more he makes the intervention there. Ismail Assar outside of him, and we could be in behind here. Leicester City caught with players up the field, and Ismail Assar is going to have a chance to use his pace. Likely to get into the Leicester City box, and he does manage it. Shoots across the goalkeeper and parried away. Nobody in the box to follow up though. Ismail Assar was too quick for his own good there. He left his own players in his wake, as well as the Leicester City defenders. And there was nobody in the box to try and put the rebound in the back of the net. Bright start here though in the second half. As Patrick Pfeiffer collects and lays it off to Caleb Taylor. Leicester City again, deep in their own half. All 11 players behind the ball. Christian Caceres has found a little bit of space here though. And Ismail Assar on the right-hand side is too slow to react there. It was an obvious pass from Christian Caceres. It was always going to be laid out just in front of Ismail Assar. And he's just caught flat-footed and the ball goes out of play. So a Leicester City throw-in. Stolen back by Ismail Assar. And I'm not sure if that's a throw-in or a free kick. It looks like a free kick. I thought it was a relatively clean challenge, but the referee disagrees. And we're going to have a chance to put the ball into the box here. And it looks like he got the ball there. It looked like it at first glance. And on second glance, I'm pretty convinced. He did come from behind, but he hooked his leg around Ismail Assar. And very much looked to have got his foot on the ball first. Caceres puts it in. McAtee is there. Can't quite win their header though. Patrick Pfeiffer wins it back. And Caleb Taylor is there to collect and spread the ball wide to Barley Mumba on the left-hand side. 2 Leicester City defenders for company. That's more of a foul than the previous one. There's Max Webber. Patrick Pfeiffer. Caleb Taylor and Max Webber in a little bit of space now. Josh Sargent with a good run. Can he shoot across the goalkeeper and finish? He could do the first, he couldn't do the second. It's a very good save from the Leicester City goalkeeper, and Josh Sargent continues to search for the goal that will end his drought. Doesn't find it there. So we are down in the shade now. Caceres to put the ball in. Josh Sargent lurking. Challenges for the header but can't win it. Caleb Taylor was there. And it's going to be another Leicester City free kick in their own penalty area. Not sure what that one was for. As Leicester City decide to make another change. Calvin Phillips coming on for Leicester City. An interesting pickup for them. Must be very late in Calvin Phillips' career now. 6 seasons deep here in this career mode save. Mavididi on the Leicester left. And an overlapping run from the fullback, which Sacha Bowie does well to deal with again. It's been an excellent performance, certainly defensively, from Sacha Bowie today. He's had a difficult start to his Redmont Rangers career, but based on today's performance, he could well be looking to turn a page. And I think Holly has a word or two about Sacha Bowie. So let's check in with her now.
It's true that Sacha Bowie has struggled since making the move to Redmont in January, but the transition to the Premier League is always tough even for the best of players. Hans Newman has already shown faith in Josh Sargent, but with Denzel Dumfries also available, you have to wonder how long his patience will last with his right back.
So Denzel Dumfries, certainly a player still in our plans for this season. Only on loan from Inter Milan. Sacha Bowie, of course, brought in as a permanent successor at right back. Josh Key having moved on from the club. Denzel Dumfries being just a lone player. We needed a permanent option there, and that option is Sacha Bowie. But that doesn't mean we're not going to be using Denzel Dumfries at all for the remainder of the season. Sacha Bowie versus Mavididi. It's Mavididi in defence this time. Sacha Bowie beats him. And he can't quite loft it into the box before it rolls out of play. That is going to give us a chance to make a substitution or two here, though, as we see Josh Sargent's chance again saved by the Leicester City goalkeeper. 5 saves on the game so far. And it's just going to be a single change here from Hans Newman. It's going to be James McAtee off. And it's going to be Alex Lewis on. So Alex Lewis is going to come and play wide left. And Harrelton is going to drop into that number 10 position just behind Josh Sargent. We are still in our attacking formation, so 2 central midfielders, 1 attacking midfielder, and that attacking midfielder at the moment is Harrelton. He's on the ball here, skips away from Ndidi, finds Josh Sargent with a nice little reverse pass, and there's just so many Leicester City defenders. Far too many to try and wade through. And they're doing a fantastic job defensively here, Leicester. Getting all 11 players behind the ball. And just taking away pretty much every passing option that could be available to us. Sacha Bowie again does well to skip away from Mavididi and is away on this right-hand side. Chipped ball in behind for Ismail Assar to chase. Ismail Assar brings it under control. Josh Sargent is at the back post. It's blocked by the Leicester City defender before he can get there. Josh Sargent absolutely begging for a goal here. And if that would have squeezed past the Leicester City defenders, it would have been impossible for Josh Sargent to miss. As it is, it's going to be another corner that Christian Caceres is going to loft into the box. Caleb Taylor there can't win it. And Leicester City are going to come away with the ball on this left-hand side. Sacha Bowie back in position. But Leicester City have a through ball. Caleb Taylor, too much pace. to be too troubled by that. And it's another good challenge from Sasha Bowie, but Leicester, through Mavididi, get the lucky bounce. But the cross is a poor one, and it's claimed by Bobek. It's a really bad throw from Bobek, though, and that lofts just past the post. What was Bobek thinking? Trying to roll the ball out to... I think that was Alex Lewis on the left, but he rolls it right into the feet of the Leicester City man. And he's lucky that didn't end up in the back of the net. Really saved the blushes of Alexander Bobek there. Sasha Bowie. Patrick Pfeiffer stepping up into midfield almost here. Max Webber. Skips away from a couple of Leicester City men. It's a good run from Alex Lewis. Max Webber did well to ride the foul. And Alex Lewis cuts inside. Christian Caceres is going to strike from range. Just blocked by a Leicester City man. And we're going to make a couple more changes here before Christian Caceres puts the corner in. So a double change this time. Josh Sargent doesn't get his goal. It's another game that passes with a blank on the score sheet for Josh Sargent. Matthew Garbutt coming into the side, and Hakon Arnar Haraldsson is going to play the remainder of the game up front in place of Josh Sargent. Afonso Mendes coming into midfield as well in place of Max Webber, who's had a decent game. Ball pass from the Leicester City man. Here's Bali Mumba. Space on this left-hand side if he can get there, which he can. Ismail Assar not quite in a position to receive the ball, but Afonso Mendes is, as is Alex Lewis on that right-hand side, and it's a good ball out to him. It's actually Sasha Bowie who's brought the ball down. Alex Lewis is out on the right. Ismail Assar switching to the left. But Sasha Bowie can't find him with the cross. Claimed by the Leicester City goalkeeper without too much trouble. Poor header from Leicester. I'm tempted to go into the ultra-attacking game plan for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Just to see if we can't get a winning goal here. Matthew Garbutt just about manages to seal the ball away. Here's Mendes. Good run from Sasha Bowie. And he's surrounded immediately by 4 Leicester City defenders. Does really well to find Matthew Garbutt, though. Lofts the ball into the box. Brought down by Ismail Assar. And just about cleared by Leicester City. I'm very wary of committing too many players forward, though, and being caught out on the break. That's why I'm hesitant to go into that ultra-attacking game plan. Good block from Patrick Pfeiffer. Here's Matthew Garbutt. Haraldsson with a good run up ahead. The pass a little astray from Matthew Garbutt, but Haraldsson switches it onto his left. Cleared by Leicester City. Mavididi out on the Leicester City left, but Sasha Bowie's too fast. And it's a wayward challenge by Mendes, but he gets away with it. Matthew Garbutt twisting and turning, trying to find a bit of space to release the ball. Eventually he does. And that means we do have players in space on the left-hand side here. Christian Caceres being one of them. Ismail Assar being a second. Ismail Assar with a good cross into a dangerous area, and it falls to Alex Lewis at the back post, who strikes. And it's blocked by a Leicester City defender and out for yet another corner. We have an opportunity to make our final substitution of the game, but I don't think we'll bother. There's 5 minutes left. And I think we have the 11 players on the pitch who are going to give us the best chance of winning this game. Ismail Assar can't win the header, though. Sasha Bowie trying to meet Mavididi. And he does. Christian Caceres applying the pressure along with Haraldsson. High up the pitch here. And he steals it away. Haraldsson into the box. And nobody gets in a position to receive the ball. Haraldsson was in acres of space with time to find a pass. And nobody got in position to receive it. In the end, he just had to fire the ball towards goal, but it was easily blocked by the goalkeeper. I think Matthew Garbutt was in the box. And he just needed to get in position to receive a little cutback pass there. And instead, he just watched as Haraldsson took it on himself. No other choice. Christian Caceres. There's Alex Lewis. Sacha Bowie with the overlapping run. And will loft it towards Garbutt at the back post. Cleared by Leicester City. Only a couple of minutes left to go in the game. We are in our ultra-attacking game plan now. As Leicester City have the ball. Sacha Bowie steals it away, but it's a very, very heavy touch. Very heavy touch. We're going to have to be careful not to concede in the dying moments of the game here. As Leicester City continue to press, as Calvin Phillips thankfully on the ball. Still Calvin Phillips, and he hits it straight at Bobek. Rolls it out to Patrick Pfeiffer. We could have one last opportunity to score a goal here. Bailey Mumba on the left-hand side. Alex Lewis up ahead. Bailey Mumba's found him. We need to get players in the box here. And we have, but Alex Lewis can't find space to cross. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Last opportunity of the game goes begging there. We had to get the ball into the box and we didn't. And we're actually just hanging on now, hoping that the referee's going to blow his whistle, but Leicester City in a position to cross, so he's not going to blow it just yet. Cleared by Caleb Taylor. The whistle's going to go. It's going to be 1-1. Disappointing result. We should be beating bottom of the table Leicester, but we only managed to come away with a draw. It's a poor performance. It's not the performance we were looking for. We said before the game we want something convincing, both performance and result, and it hasn't worked out that way. We've gifted Leicester City a goal early. We've got back into it fairly quickly, but it's been a fairly toothless game going forward, and it is just another point on the board. So it's yet another game where we take only a point away. I wouldn't be surprised if we set the record for games drawn this season, as we have a massive 13 draws from 26 games. We have drawn 50% of our games this season. But we will be looking to avoid another draw in our next game against Manchester United. It feels like we played Manchester United every episode at the moment. Amad Diallo up front alongside Rasmus Højlund and Garnacho. McTominay in midfield and a fairly strong back line. Joshua Kimmich, I believe, played in midfield last time he played Manchester United, but he drops to right back today. Whereas we'll take a bit more of a defensive approach today, going back to the 5-2-3 formation, but with the false 9. No Josh Sargent today. No Sacha Bowie. Denzel Dumfries comes in at right back. Inter Milan, not best pleased with the lack of appearances for Denzel Dumfries in recent games. Caleb Taylor, Patrick Pfeiffer, Arthur Armstrong comes into the game as well, alongside Bailey Mumba. Mendes and Garbutt in midfield. And then Haraldson in that false 9 with Ismail Assar and Alex Lewis up ahead of him. And despite the defensive formation, it's an incredibly high-scoring game. 7 goals. Unfortunately, 4 of them go to Manchester United, whereas we just have the 3. Ismail Assar scoring in the 20th minute after Diallo had opened the scoring in the 10th. Manchester United with another goal 10 minutes later. So a goal every 10 minutes in the first half. Haraldson gets 2 in the second half, but unfortunately Garnacho and then McTominay with the winner 3 minutes from time secures the victory for Manchester United. So for the second episode in a row, we do take only a point from our 3 games, and that does see us slipping perilously closer and closer to the relegation zone. We are still 12 points ahead of the drop zone with 11 games left to play this season, but we are just 2 places away from relegation, which makes me a little bit nervous. However, Crystal Palace are going to be our first opponents in the next episode, and Crystal Palace are the team that sit in 18th position in the league. So it's going to be imperative that we get a victory there to try and create a bit more distance between ourselves and the drop zone. Aston Villa and Chelsea will be the other 2 games that will quick sim in the next episode, so we will look forward to that in the next episode. I hope to see you there. Take it easy.